just for the MP because he's around.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome, thank you. Welcome. Who are the leaders? You can brief each other, then we come and address the meeting.
First of all, I would like to thank you for according us this opportunity to come and present our petition, even without notice. I am going to read through the petition and all that are the reasons why we are saying no to this bill. This petition is coming from our workers, formal and in the informal economy, and also affiliates of the Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, hereby petition you, our Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Paviuma Kalowo, MP, representing Busakire constituents, to reject Bill number 10 of 2019 and support the Zambian Workers' Corps for its withdrawal when it is brought before Parliament for second reading. You would recall, Honorable, that the bill was deferred to February 2020 as it became abundantly evident and clear at the last sitting of Parliament on the 2nd of December 2019 that it would not achieve the 2/3 majority to pass second reading. We, the workers, and many other citizens were pleased that Bill 10 failed at that point. Our reasons for petitioning you over Bill 10 are as follows. It takes away retirees' pension security. This will lead to increased poverty, homelessness, as many retirees will not be able to build their own homes, live decent lives, or meet their domestic needs. We are saying this because we feel that the current provisions in the Constitution have a security for the pensioners, which makes an employer or forces an employer to plan very well for the retirement package of the employee at the point of living. Because if they don't plan, then they have to continue paying this retiree a basic salary until when they are completely paid. As a result, we feel that it's not a punishment, but it's a security to ensure that every employer looks after the retirees at the point of exit. Second reason, it seeks to introduce deputy ministers. We think that this is a huge cost on the Zambian people. Most of the proposed amendments have been rejected by the people of Zambia through the submission made to the Parliamentary Select Committee that considered the submissions from stakeholders. Given the foregoing, we are urging you to seriously reflect on this matter, more especially on those clauses that we have read out to you, and vote against Bill 10 when the matter comes up at second reading stage. We plead with you to grant workers and the constituents you present their wish. It should be noted again that at a time workers' salaries have remained static with the excuse that there is no money, it is not necessary to introduce other expenditures through the creation of new institutions. Honorable, I thank you very much
for your submission or for your petition. But before I say anything, I have a question. Appeared before the Parliamentary committee which sat to scrutinize Bill 10. What are your strong views after the committee sat?
I think.
Or have you looked at the committee's recommendation where you appeared?
Yes, I think they have taken on board our submission.
So what are your comments? Because their submission, they have responded to
Yes.
all the clauses in Bill. What are your comments?
Our comments are that they have taken on board, but we are coming to your offices to ensure that when this bill comes up, we have people who will stand with us and vote against the clauses that the bill. Because it is,
whatever good or bad, the issue is to vote against.
well, for us, the major concern is that we should not have the bill passed to amend the constitution with the irregularities that we are pointing out in this petition. Yes.
Anyway, thank you very much. And in my submission, maybe let me quickly take you back. Where we're coming from, we had the government which went around the country to receive submissions. From there again, they called stakeholders like yourselves to submit to the Minister of Justice. From there again, we had the NDF,
Yes.
which was like an extension of Parliament, which was meant again to tap in the wisdom of so many stakeholders, where again, so many stakeholders, those who submitted to the Minister of Justice and others who wrote to the Minister of Justice to appear there, came. So when we went to the NDF, before we went to the NDF, when it was pronounced that we are going to have the NDF, there were stories around to say, no, the people appearing at the NDF are structured in such a way that they will just be agreeing with the government. So on your behalf, as we were there in the NDF, the first thing that we interrogated was the minister. We interrogated the minister on your behalf, find out how he came up with those stakeholders who appeared in the NDF. He told us that those stakeholders, when they are going around the country, those who went there to submit as individuals, as institutions, they are the ones they wrote to. And those who applied to be part of the NDF, it was clear the people were there. Again, there were a lot of issues, like the ones you have highlighted, the deputy minister, debt contraction issue, NDF passed. Me, as a servant of the people, who is accountable to you, I came back through civil society organizations, NGOs that exist, some of them, not all of them, those that I had access to, who exist within my constituency. I appeared before them, I explained to them, I shared with them what was in the NDF. From there, I did ask them to help me get to more people, because as everyone is talking about, the period was too short. We do agree with everyone, yes, period was too short. But then, even when the period is too short, we can still share because that thing has not come on the table. From there again, I went on the radio and I was at Atia FM. The recording is there. The same radio program is there on my Facebook page, where also I did ask people to say, after I've shared, can I have further instructions after scrutinizing whether to go and support or yes? With reasons, not without reasons. And the feedback that I've received is that go and say no to bad clauses in Bill 10. Bad clauses to Bill 10, not to say no to the entire Bill 10. You are the first people who have come to tell me go and say no to the entire Bill 10. But then, as a servant of the people, I'll look at who are the majority. So I'll follow the majority. Another thing that I would like to share with you is that Article 79 gives power to the Parliament to do any refinement of the Constitution, which does not take away your power also to do an input through your servants like me. So here, the journey is very rough. Because number one, when we came out of the NDF, or when the committee sat after the NDF, to scrutinize Bill 10.
Yes.
They made recommendations which are exactly to what you are looking for. That is why you've seen now the people like the opposition political parties who are saying no to Bill 10 now, they've shifted. When they started the campaign against, they were saying the contents are very bad. This time there's a shift after the refinement, after the committee sat on it. They are saying, no, we're not talking about the contents. We are talking about the process. What process? Process of a bill is just one. Whether controversial or non-controversial, we have only one process. The committee will still sit. Whatever you do, the committee will sit and bring. People are being confused. No, now we have two documents. We have the committee's report. We have Bill 10. No. That committee sat on Bill 10. Those are the recommendations that they have made. Those are the issues that affect change. Even as we debate in the parliament, I'll be saying, I agree with the committee on clauses, so. That is how we are going to debate. Then, again, the same people who are campaigning Bill 10. Bill 10 has got a safety guard. This bill has got every bill has got a safety guard, like the one for the Constitution. If I take you back in 2010, I was not there in the parliament, but I was following when we were at the NCC under the MMD. They had some interest, the UPND. By then they were still in opposition. They are still in opposition. They agreed to go and open the Constitution, and they had interest on certain clauses like the 50% plus one. So on the way, when the MMD veered away from the agreement, the UPND didn't close with them. Because, of course, yes, when you open, to pass other bills inside, it's simple majority, you don't need the other ones. But you need them when closing. So, why are we bringing speculations when that thing has got a safety guard? We open, they veer away, we don't close with them. Why should we disadvantage the young ones? You and me, if we've grown up under a constitution that does not favor us, that does not favor our future, why should we disadvantage the young ones? So for me, also, as your servant, I would like to appeal to you. Can you allow all your servants, this message, let it go across the country? Why can't you allow all your servants, with a strict instruction, go and open with them? When they veer away from what we were looking for, don't close with them. Like what happened in 2010, the UPND didn't vote with didn't close with the bill with the MMD. So it flopped. All the work done became zero. So why are we wasting time? Because in this bill 10, you have one interest of Article 189. You want to protect the workers' interest. But then, I've seen again a problem in it. Because you're only talking about Article 189 to remain what it is. As organizations, I'm not seeing you talk about the vastness of the same law. Are you aware this is a vast law? This only favors people who retired after the Constitution was assented to.
Yes.
You're not talking about it. Because there are other retirees who retired before 2016 who it doesn't favor. So, again, what is your interest? I may question you as you go, I knew you didn't look at that.
Yes.
Talk about the churches, the Christians, they are interested in Article 4 and Article 8. The women, the youths, and the disabled, they are interested in the mixed member representation. Because it's taking them to parliament, it's taking their people to be represented there. So your concerns have been dealt with by the commission. So I'm also appealing to you, before it can go, we have this time period here. Let us also engage. Again, as associations, as organizations, you never came to us, you never summoned us to appear before you and explain what happened in the NDF. We would have explained so that you see some sense. Even certain clauses that you are accusing other people, like the coalition government, me who went in the NDF, I know the proponents of this. We tried to bring it down. We failed because civil society organizations, political parties, there were too many than us. So they voted for it. It went through. But again, we don't agree with it because it undermines 50% plus one.
Excellent.
You and me were looking.
Viva! Viva!
Viva!
Viva! Viva! Viva! Honorable! Viva!
Viva!
So what you're looking for and what I'm looking for is the same. But then, I don't want to be speculative.
Yeah.
So you and me, let's move on one page. I'm asking you. Let's move on one page. We open. We don't close with them.
Yes.
Parliament, they televise. You will see me. If they don't do it, you will see me or walk out on your behalf. I'm in Parliament there. I'm not there because of a political party. I'm there because of your power.
For sure.
So why don't you trust me? Because you've sent me there. Don't send me there to go and call a white thing black. It will not add up. So let us reflect it before the actual bill come on the floor of the House. So there, I think we'll be moving on one page. You and me, we have a duty to fight for the young ones. We have a duty to fight for. If we fail to do that, posterity will judge us. The way it will judge people who are in the forefront. You who disadvantaged you and me. Because I can see you, when a coordinator, you and me. I think the A's are not too the difference.
I was actually looking at it from the book.
So, if there are questions maybe that I have not dealt with, even the debt contraction issue, don't you think it's taking away power from Parliament?
Yes.
How do I agree? Because the city was there. So, you and me, I think, we're on the same level, but the small difference which is there, you want to shoot the entire thing. Why? If it had no safety guard, I was going to agree with you, at least shoot it. Because also, yes, even in me, yes, I have my own way. I'm speculating also, but I'm very comfortable because it has a safety guard. The UPN demonstrated in 2010. Why can't they also, since they use the same procedure in 2010, why can't they apply it now? So I also doubt. I'm also speculating. So what is making these people fight when this thing has a safety guard? But I've tried to check. But from my own assessment, I think issue with people. Zambia is a Christian nation. Even during my time as an MP, I shall support Zambia as a Christian nation.
Yes.
I shall stand with Christians.
Yes.
I shall stand with the people of Usakiri. I shall stand with the people of Kitwe. I shall stand with the people of Copperbelt and the Zambia at large on these causes. Maybe if there are questions, I can answer.
Not just to say thank you.
On the issues that you have raised, as you may be aware, we are not the overmost. We will also report and indicate to them that there is this safety guard and there is this feeling from other people that we should not shoot the whole building, but we should shoot what is bad from it. We want to thank you, Honorable, and we will always be with you, and we hope that we will engage you. My office only came into being in October here. I was based in Osaka. The offices were not created yet. So we will always interact. We will always try to come and meet you and then interact and check whether we are moving together or not. We thank you very much.
I received your petition on behalf of the people of Sakina. We shall try again. I know there are a number of them who time to time, I think almost every day, I have a lot of them who come here.
Okay.
So again, I shall sit again with other stakeholders whom I've been sitting with. So again, I shall invite them so that together with them we scrutinize your petition.
And what we'll do, Honorable, is that we will send you a list of our general secretaries, so that when you are going on radio or you have a program, please text us. So that it's not always that we'll be listening to radio, so that we are able to get to listen to your programs.
But the ones you have missed when you go on my page,
Yes. What is the name?
just say Honorable HON Badunakabo.
Okay.
Yeah. They are there, full range of programs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will definitely listen. I've never listened to one, to be honest.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen to
We
one.
both. Thank you.
Sure.